Sweet. All right. Ava, welcome to the Back Pocket. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Absolutely phenomenal. A little ripping. It's, what is it, a Thursday right now?
Thursday, July 2nd.
July 2nd, getting ready for 4th of July weekend. But just want to congratulate you on Danny's game. That's phenomenal.
Thank you so much. It was so much fun to film. I love being a part of it. And it was filmed here in Minnesota, which is so cool.
Okay.
Lots of Minnesota talent.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Wow.
Where in Minnesota was it filmed?
Minneapolis.
Oh, sweet. That's really cool.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
How long did that take to film before it was released?
Yeah, so I started filming it back in 2018. Yeah, we filmed mostly summer 2018. And yeah, it was released this year, and it's on many different channels like DirecTV. You can find it on iTunes, Amazon. Yeah, a
Wow.
bunch of different channels.
So you're looking at two guys who have never been on a set before or never acted in our lives.
Actually, that's what we acted one time. We did a CBD commercial down in Rochester.
Yeah, we got that under our belt. That's
for,
on our
for good
IMDb.
butts.
Right,
Yeah.
that's on our
We are
IMDb
paid
pro-
actors now.
Yeah, we are paid actors actually as well. Sorry, I misspoke. What is your favorite part about being on set?
Yes, so I love how everyone is so friendly on set. It makes it really enjoyable, especially when you can connect with the other actors behind the scenes. And I love going over scripts. I love playing different characters in different ways and try to portray the character as best as I can.
Nice.
When you were acting in Danny's game, did you feel like you were able to be yourself, or did you have to kind of tap into an alter ego?
Yeah, so I played a girl named Lisa, and there were parts of her character that I could definitely see in myself. She's very inquisitive. She asks a lot of questions. She's starting to grow up, and she's very like mature for her age. She's kind of like holding the whole family together, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I played a young girl named Lisa, and she was really smart, and I really liked playing her. There are definitely parts of myself that I can see in her, and there are parts that I had to like go into a different character to try to play.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Awesome.
you know, we do our research here on the Back Pocket. We know you got into the modeling industry at age 2.
Yeah.
Jody. I know.
Judy.
Judy.
Mhm.
Judy. Judy.
Judy.
Judy.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I stand corrected. Judy.
You're good.
So I'm assuming Ava didn't get herself into modeling at age 2. Is that correct? Was
Yes.
this something that you did?
So she started. I don't know if you guys know about this company. Their name was Pro X.
Okay.
Pro
It
X.
was like a photography company actually, and so they were like, hey, we could enter her into a contest, and we're like, okay, because we just had gone. My husband and I had gone, brought her to take photos. Then like a week later, so we just said sure. A week later, we heard that she got second runner-up,
Wow.
and an agency in Minneapolis wanted to sign her. Like, oh, okay, so that's how she got started.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
An
amazing.
agency decided to sign Ava when you were 2, 3 years old. That's so cool.
So you've been a signed agent or a signed model your whole life, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is it like growing up? Like, when did you know you were a model?
I mean, like, when I was little, like, I don't really remember, like, everything when I was, like, 2 years old.
Sure. Same. I don't think I remember much when I was 2 either.
I think when I was around, like, 5, 6 is when I started to really, like understand my passion for it more.
Okay.
And that's also when I started doing more, like, commercial work and more acting when I was around 5 or 6. And I still do both acting and modeling. Acting is my main passion right now.
Okay. Nice. That's wild. So on a set at 5 years old, that's crazy. So you were literally modeling by the time before you could even walk, almost. No, actually, no, you were walking before 2, right?
Yeah.
She started walking like 1.
1.
Yeah.
Wow. Shows my knowledge.
Right.
Little kids.
Early growth. What were some of the commercials that you were shooting at age 5?
Yeah, so I did a commercial for Elmer's Glue. I
Nice.
did Target commercials.
Yes.
I remember that, like, car commercial?
Yes. What is that? Target? That was one of the companies, but she's done tons. It's
Mhm.
like it's
Yeah.
What were you doing with Elmer's glue? That's just funny to me.
Oh, yeah. So
Goofies.
it was filmed in Minnesota.
oh my gosh, you guys! It was
It
like
was-
$17 million mansion in Lake Minnetonka.
Oh,
Yeah.
ho, ho.
And
Wow.
it was like a
Gorgeous.
family like friendly type of commercial. So I was like really little, and I was like with my parents, and we were like basically like making like these masks out of like glue, and like they're like using glue for like different like family projects or like activities like crafts, like things like that.
Nice.
Yes, and that was
Yeah.
a company actually that flew from, I think, from California, and they wanted to shoot here. So they had, she was like, they had like 200 auditions, and she booked one of the roles.
Wow.
Very cool.
Thank
That
you.
is crazy.
Yeah.
So were you, because I know you're Kenyan American,
Yes.
which is very cool.
Thank you.
So were you born in Kenya?
My mom was born in Kenya.
Oh,
Yep.
nice. So let's tap into that a little bit. When did you come over to the States?
So I was about her age, actually, about 13 years old.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, and my family's in California, actually. My immediate family, I still have a lot of relatives back home in Kenya.
In Kenya.
Nice.
Gotcha. And you came over with your parents?
So came over with my parents, yes, yes.
And
there's
over to California.
California, yes.
Gotcha.
Then, about almost 18 years ago, I met my husband now, and we have 3 kids, and Ava is one of them. She's middle child.
Middle child.
Yes.
Nice. Do you like being the middle child?
Yeah, I do. It's kind of cool.
Who were siblings?
Yeah, so I have an older sister named Janelle. She's 16. And I have a younger brother named Trent. He just turned 12.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Are they a little jealous?
My sister, well, they both used to do acting and modeling, and my sister still does it here and there. My brother's more into sports.
Okay.
He plays baseball, and he loves like baseball, pitching, and like all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, all I know, they're very supportive.
Yeah, they're really
That's good.
supportive.
No, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you know like, modeling and acting were gonna be kind of your passion, something that you really wanted to do?
Yeah, so obviously I started doing it when I was little, and I think when I was around 5, 6, 7 is when I started to get really passionate about it.
Yes. And I would say like almost like every like couple months, well, my husband and I will ask her, is this what you want to do? Because we kind of didn't want to, obviously we don't want to pressure her into,
Right.
And when she wants to take a break, or they're like, hey, you can take a break. You're not pressured into. You don't want pressure. You were so young, being so young into this, but she's kind of always has a mind of her own, and she wants to keep doing it. So we're like, okay, we'll continue to support if this is what you still want to do.
Right.
Awesome. And I know you have a cosmetics company as well now too.
Yes, so I used to do that. I took a break from it for
Okay.
a while because I just got really busy with other things, and I promote a lot of like different companies on my Instagram. Like for example, like I promote like clothing companies, makeup companies, like shoe companies, like brands like Hollister and things like that. And I just remember like I started getting like really busy with those things, and so I took a break from like other stuff, but I'm getting back into making merch for my followers.
Ooh,
so I'm
let's
excited.
go.
Yes.
Merch
Oh,
flex.
Yeah, they keep asking her, like, when are you gonna make merch, Ava?
Yeah, and so we're in the behind the scenes of it right now. It should be out in like a month.
A month, probably.
Okay.
Probably a month, yeah.
Fair to
Can we
say.
get some merch?
Yeah, when
That'd
it
be
comes
cool.
out.
All
for
right,
sure,
sweet.
yeah.
We'll do a merch trade because we also have merch, not to brag.
Not to brag.
Cool.
Early August, expect some merch from Ava. That's awesome.
What kind of merch is it gonna be? You think, like design wise?
Yeah, so I wanted it to be like kind of like cute, you know what I mean?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I want it to be.
And so it definitely like says my name on it. There are like 2 designs, but I think I'm gonna come out with one design first and just see like the reaction.
See the response. Yeah.
Yeah, and that one has my like name on it. Then it has like butterflies, and it has like my initials on the hoodie, and like it's just like it's like this cute design that I really like, and I hope my followers like it too.
Oh yeah. Well, we're definitely wearing that.
Yeah.
100%. You'll catch me on the streets wearing some Ava gear.
What's it like interacting with your followers? People that you necessarily have no idea who they are, but sometimes they'll message you, with some
Yeah.
inspirational stuff. How has that been growing up, kind of being in the limelight?
Yeah, so I am so grateful for all of my followers, obviously. I love them all so much. And One of my favorite ways to like interact with my followers is to go live, whether it's live on like Instagram or on TikTok, because you can like read comments and like respond, you know, like it feels more like personal, even though like you can't see their faces, but like they know that you like read their comments. And I try to reply to a bunch of comments on like my TikTok posts and my Instagram posts. And yeah, here and there, I try to reply to DMs, especially like ones I see that are like super sweet. Like I'll try to respond. I'll try to add some of them on like Snapchat or something. And there are some fan pages like that are made for me.
I've noticed you've reposted like 3 or 4 on your Instagram story. I've seen.
Like literally almost every day there's a fan page. It's
And so like I'm in a group chat with a lot of them, and like so I have them on like Snapchat.
It's so
No
fun.
way.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And she shows me like the DMs too from like random people, fans and stuff. And I'm like, wow, the sweetest
Yeah,
messages.
the sweetest
That's
people.
good.
And like I try to interact with like as many fan pages as I see, because like that is like the sweetest thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody taking time to like literally make a video off of you. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
so sweet.
We need more of those.
Yes.
we need some fan pages.
Some fan pages. So cool.
Some meme pages, preferably. I think that would be like the place for that
Very
to start.
pro meme. Dank
Yeah,
memes
pro meme.
melt steel beams.
Yeah, dank memes melt steel beams. Dank memes also make dank dreams. But that's very cool.
Thank you.
That's just that just blows me away, because you have like you have like a platform, and you've kind of grown into that. One thing that's really impressive to me is your awareness of kind of what's going on around the community, especially here in Minneapolis.
Yes, thank
What
you.
you're doing to push, the Black Lives Matter movement and everything like that. Super powerful. On your
Thank
end.
you. Yeah, so much is going on in the world lately. And as an influencer, and I always encourage other influencers to do the same, you have to talk about real issues in the world, and like you can't just like ignore things like that. Like those things are like super important. And if you have a platform, use it, spread awareness.
Right. I agree. I think that's well said. Was there ever is there ever like a sense of uncomfort when doing this, or was there ever a point where you're just like, I don't really know what to say? Because I can tell you, I definitely felt that way when it initially happened.
I think that I've watched a lot of like Netflix series about like injustices, and I've tried my best to educate myself.
Would
like
there be some you'd recommend, by the way?
yes, When They See Us,
Okay.
13th,
13th.
I've heard that one. Yeah.
Yes.
Black Klansman.
With the Spike Lee movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There was the one Just Mercy.
Just mercy. Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
that's with Michael B. Jordan
Yes.
and Jamie Foxx.
powerful.
Very good. Yes.
Yes. And yeah, it's just really like educating those movies and shows. They definitely educated me, and like I was educated about like the issues in the world before the whole like Black Lives Matter, like before it all
George
got
Floyd.
like before the George Floyd situation.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like I've spoken up about issues like that prior to the George Floyd thing, and so I definitely had my parents like help me like because they're super educated about this stuff too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And so like I definitely like had them like help me with like the right things to say, and I went to protests, and I just tried to use my platform for good and educate myself even more.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's also mostly knowing something like that is happening in your state, like half a mile, like
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, well, 20
20 minutes away.
away from
yeah.
your house. It's like, how can you not talk about it?
Right.
Yeah. No, I agree, and I think that's why it forced a lot of people who hadn't been talking about it. Like we weren't talking about it, to be real with you, and now we're very much talking about it, and we've had conversations for a while,
That's awesome.
for the last couple months at least,
Good for you
and
guys.
are looking to continue to do that.
That's great.
Absolutely.
That's great.
But the craziest thing, I think, this city's a part of history now, and it's gonna continue to be a part of history.
Yes,
and
indeed.
with everything going on with like voting against or to dismantle or reorganize the police and everything like that, like we're in completely new territory.
Right.
And I think it's just so interesting. Like,
Yeah.
what are we
Yeah.
really gonna do?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think that it all happened like like, well, cases of police brutality happen everywhere.
Everywhere.
But like the one that happened in Minneapolis is one that like really impacted the entire world. Like it's crazy to think of
Entire
that.
world.
Yeah.
7.6 billion people.
Right.
Crazy.
Like literally. Yeah.
Every news outlet, they were talking about it.
Yeah.
And I am like very excited that we're in this city, that we have the
Yes.
opportunity to illuminate the positive things that are
Yeah.
happening and force
Indeed.
change and force the
Indeed.
conversation. So kudos to you. I think it's very admirable. At 14, you're taking your platform and using it for things like Black Lives Matter. I mean,
Thank
that's
you.
very impressive. Me at
Thank
14,
you.
I don't even know what I was doing at 14.
Yeah, wait a second. We need to, because is that freshman year or sophomore year? of
I'm
high
gonna be a
school?
freshman.
Going to be a freshman.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Will you be in school? Do they know that yet? Of going? Are you?
I started doing online school in January,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
so I'm probably gonna continue doing online
Yeah.
school for freshman year, or I might go back to like regular school. I don't know exactly. There's also like this high school in like California. Like we're just keeping our options open right now.
Yeah.
But online school worked really well for me. I was able to like, like do it on the go and like whatever I had going
Yeah,
on.
not
just
to
like
toot her
fit.
own horn, but she's extremely smart. This girl finished school like 2 months before everybody finished. Like,
Wow.
I was like, whoa, yeah, all A's. Just, I'm so proud of her.
There
Thank
you go.
you.
Snaps.
Snaps,
Yes.
snaps. See, if the modeling thing tanks, you'll always have good grades. That's
Yes.
what I've always said.
Yes, indeed.
College, I don't know. You're a little far out from there. I'm not gonna give you advice on going to college or not, because you got to find what you want to do, right? But you're already sitting in a spot where you're like, I love modeling, I love acting,
Yes.
acting more so. But triple down on that. If it's going to online school, going out to California to get more opportunities, to get more things that you really want to do,
yes.
go for it. Sprint.
Thank you.
Yes. And so far it's been working out really good that she has a manager back in LA, and
Nice.
she's able to do self tapes.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays it's a lot of the stuff in the entertainment industry has changed so much that you can actually book off of a self tape.
Yeah.
Where before you couldn't, they had to kind of see you in person. Like the casting directors had to see you. So she's booked several jobs actually off of self tapes. So it's amazing.
That is awesome. How have you felt with trusting management and trusting people to kind of guide your daughter's career and kind of help her find the next role?
I would say when you have good people and like communication, it's kind of the key, really, and especially like if something's like a project or like a script, you give it to her, see how she feels about it. That's kind of how we go about everything. And she's like, okay, I'm feeling this. Then we have a home studio, so she'll do the self tapes at home.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's kind of how we then we just send it off to her management.
Because that's not easy. I mean,
No, I
just
know.
for like Declan and I's sake with the podcast, we always
Yeah.
struggle pawning off responsibilities, whether it's like content creation or planning an event. We struggle just like having someone else take the lead on that because we think we
Right.
know best. So asking someone to take the lead and helping Ava find roles, that's kudos to you for having like the trust in management and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
What exactly is a self tape?
It's like they usually give you sides, like a script, and it can be like a short scene, and I like have like a gray background, or I use like my blue background and like tripod set up, and I usually have my mom like read lines. It's like it's really close to an audition. Well, it
Okay.
is an audition.
Yeah.
It's close to like an in-person audition. It's just like you film it off like your phone or like
Yeah.
a camera, and then you submit it.
They
Sweet.
submit it to the casting directors.
Right.
And she's booked like 4 jobs off of self tapes. It's like, and like literally the entertainment industry is just really, it's very competitive because like there's so many actors that really good actors, and like when you submit a self tape and you get a call back, because we've gone to California several times for callbacks, and it's like, and she books, it's like, whoa, okay, all right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
How many jobs are you, or positions, roles are you trying to actively find at a given time? Like right now, let's say, how many? I know COVID and everything, but like how many roles are you trying to actively go for at a time?
It really depends.
Yeah. Right now, basically everything kind of has stopped.
Right. Yep.
Because of
Yep.
COVID. But there's actually a project she auditioned for off of self tape, booked off of self tape, and it looks like it's actually going to happen. So she can't really be excited yet until it actually happens. But they're gonna fly both her and I to a different state, and she's
There you
gonna
go.
film a pilot.
A pilot TV show.
Yes.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Awesome. I did see something that you are going to be in a role with Halle Berry.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that project is it's like on hold right now,
Yeah.
and like like I'm waiting to hear like more details about it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Can you say what the show is, or you're not allowed to say anything?
well, we're not allowed to say anything yet until it's like finalized.
Okay.
Mhm. That would be
But
so
But that
cool,
would
though.
be sick.
Yeah,
right?
thank you.
Oh, we gotta get Halle Berry on the podcast.
Who would you say has been someone that you've been starstruck, like engaging with, passing by? Is there someone out there?
I met Kendall Jenner in LA,
Mm.
and like that was just super exciting for me. And like she's one of my inspirations. I love her modeling. I love watching her like do runway, and that was so cool for me to meet her.
Where'd you meet her?
West Hollywood.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it
Gotcha.
was super cool. Another person would be
Is it like Lena Waithe or Tom Rich? Yes, so many.
Storm Reed.
Yeah.
I haven't met Storm Reed yet, but we follow each other on Instagram,
There we go.
and so like we talk a lot on there, and yeah, she's super cool.
Hmm.
So you mentioned Kendall Jenner with someone that you look up to. Is there anyone
Yeah.
that you've worked with that you're like, I want to
Uh-huh.
be like that person?
I remember Andrea Navedo. She's from the show Jane the Virgin,
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
and I got to work on a film with her in New York, and I remember she got to play my mom. It was super cool. I loved meeting her on set, and Jane the Virgin is one of my favorite shows.
Awesome.
So have you guys seen that show?
I have not, but I know the show you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
really funny
right.
show.
Funny show. Yeah.
That's awesome. So,
Mm-hmm.
we're talking, I mean, you mentioned Amazon Prime for Danny's Game. You mentioned
Yes.
DirecTV. We were talking about Netflix earlier. There's Quibi out there now too.
Mm-hmm.
All the social medias.
Yes.
Where do you, I mean, because you're so young, but where do you see kind of the entertainment's hub being? Is it you think it's gonna stay with like the streaming platforms like Netflix, or is there something else on the horizon that we're not aware of yet? Like, what kind of things are you booking? Are they like more streaming
Yeah.
TV shows? Are they more movies?
Yeah, I've done a lot of feature films,
Yes.
Okay.
and I wanted to start to do more like TV shows. Like I want to book a series regular.
Mm.
I've been on a few shows. I want like a series regular, like a main role, and
Mm.
like that's something that we're working towards, and just booking like bigger roles, just like progressing, which we've been doing. So it's really like exciting.
Nice. Now you mentioned Instagram and TikTok. Do you
Mhm.
have any other platforms that you use mainly, or is it
I-
just those two?
Instagram and TikTok are probably my main platforms. I use like Snapchat, Visco, like other
Mhm.
social media platforms, but yeah, Instagram and TikTok are my main.
Do you use
platforms.
Twitter at all?
Twitter. I have Twitter. I haven't tweeted in a long time. And so like
Twitter's a crazy world.
Yeah, that is-
Twitter is the wild west of the social medias for sure. But
Yeah.
knowing that you have Instagram, TikTok,
Yeah.
and Snapchat.
mhm.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you what I think each of these platforms mean to a 24-year-old.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd love you to explain what it means to you.
Okay.
So I use Snapchat to communicate with my friends.
Mhm.
Basically snap in groups and with my friends and whatnot. I use Instagram for mainly the people that I would say we have the best relationship with the people on Instagram.
Sure.
So like our followers are mostly people that know us.
Mhm.
TikTok is the place where I'm trying not to dance on. I end up dancing on, or I just make the stupidest videos of myself. So what are those three platforms to you?
Okay. So Snapchat is pretty much the same for me. It's
Okay.
what I use to like communicate with my friends.
No,
And-
quick question. So
yes.
would you text your friend or would you Snapchat your friend first?
It depends on the person. A lot of people like on Snapchat that like I don't always have everyone's number. So like if it's like someone like I usually have their Snapchat before I get their number. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so like usually Snapchat. Probably.
That's what I'm saying. It's
yeah.
so like my younger sisters. My youngest sister's 2 years older than you. She's going to be a junior in high school, and her. You know how you have snap scores?
Yeah.
Like my snap score is like 100,000.
Me too. Mine's 130.
130?
Yeah.
Okay, so like theirs is like 1.7 million.
I know. I know. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, like some of my friends have like snap scores are like 2 million. And it's like how much Snapchat do you like use in a day?
Right. You have to be sending thousands of
Right.
snaps a day. It's crazy.
Well, that's why I asked, like, are you texting more or are you snapping more? Because, like, my younger sisters are clearly just, that's all they do is Snapchat each other.
Mhm.
Okay, so use Snapchat to communicate with your friends.
Yeah, I usually like I don't really do much streaks and like that stuff. I just use it to like
I don't either.
text,
I
you know
used
what
to.
mean?
They get stressful.
The streak savers were a thing, like, a couple years ago. I was all
Yeah.
for it. Now I'm just too lazy, honestly.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, Snapchat, it feels like a lot of work. You know what I mean?
It is. It's very much a lot of work.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is.
You know, take a picture of yourself, make a caption, and send it.
Yeah.
And you got to send it to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Okay, so Instagram now.
Yeah, Instagram. I use it a lot to like update people on my life, like on Instagram stories. I use Instagram stories more than Snapchat stories.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I don't post on Instagram like actual posts as much as I do on like TikTok, for example. But I try to post a couple things on my Instagram story each day to keep people updated. And Instagram, I use it a lot to, basically like update people on like things that are going on with my life, like talk about acting, like modeling, post modeling pictures. I have a contract with Hollister, and a lot of that is on Instagram, and so I've posted a lot of like paid partnerships with like jewelry companies and like things like that.
Awesome.
Mm.
What does that contract with Hollister look like?
Yeah, so I got the contract back in like January. And
yeah, that was an interesting gig because
Yeah.
they were looking for influencers, teen influencers like all over the country, and so it was like a month wait after they said we are looking at you or however that
yeah.
We're interested.
we're interested. Yeah, then I guess they were looking for a lot of people. Then they kind of narrow it down
Yeah.
to who they want, and a couple people, and she was one of them. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's super
She
cool.
booked it.
Gotcha.
So is it like do they have you on like a retainer for like a year, or is it
That was more.
So, I got to model their
like 6
clothes.
months or something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And they just send you a bunch of product and say, hey, take some
Yeah.
pictures.
Yes.
Got it. Cool. So they're okay, sweet. Because we're always Hollister's not hitting us up, but I will say like we're always looking at different opportunities in that
Okay.
those type of avenues. People are always trying to ask us to promote stuff and whatnot. So
Yes.
we're always curious on like how the influencer game kind of works. Because
Yes.
you were speaking earlier. I mean, you have all these different companies hitting you up all the time for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, now she has an social media agent. So I didn't know
Really?
like, there's a whole different world. You can actually get a social media agent. They do contracts for you, and
Yeah.
you don't have to like. A company doesn't have to come to us and ask us for rates anymore. Now it's like the agent is doing everything.
Yeah,
Nice.
same for like TikTok. I do a lot
Yes.
of like I promote a lot of different companies on TikTok.
Yes.
Sometimes people like hit you up or like go through like my agent usually and like want me to use like their songs or like promote their products.
Oh my
and-
god, it's been like so. I have to like make sure she's okay because it's literally has been overwhelming for her. Like
Right.
Yeah.
almost every week, or like every other day,
Yeah.
there's somebody asking her to do, like an artist through
Yeah.
her agent. wants her to-
Really?
so yeah, it's been incredible.
That's crazy. So how do you
Thank you.
balance those types of opportunities with the things that you just have a ton of fun doing or filming?
Yeah. So I do have a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's
even
probably
with those-
crossover.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying there's probably personal interest versus business interest at the same time.
Yes, I would say because of the COVID, happening and
Yeah.
Yeah.
like everything kind of slowing down in the entertainment industry. Now people are not getting together to shoot, like as much as before. So now companies are using TikTok as like so and I think that's where she comes in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
can
she's
leverage,
lucky
yeah.
to kind of she's able to leverage that now.
Right.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think that's what's going on right at this moment anyway. It's like literally, oh my gosh, Ava, tell them. It's crazy. you guys.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Can you give us an example? I'd love to tap into more of this.
So like for example, part of the Hollister one was I think it was like 2 TikToks like promoting their clothes.
Yeah.
And I recently did an ad for Conturo, which is like glasses.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
and
out of
then-
Europe. So
Yeah.
like Europeans are,
Yep.
American TikTokers.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
interesting. And also skincare, like
Yeah.
love.
Skincare, that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh,
Don't,
who hit
like-
you up there, the big doctor from Beverly Hills, Dr. Nassif, you guys.
Who's that?
He's in a Bosch, the
That show botched.
botched.
Okay. Is that like a TLC thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How did you know?
Dude, because they have all of like the crazy cosmetic stuff on TLC.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's so interesting because like they said, hey, we love your TikTok and would like to, and these people are asking what's your rate? Like, tell us what's your rate? It's like it's crazy.
Yeah.
$1 million. That's crazy. Oh, I can't even imagine. That's so nuts.
What TikToks do you like to just make yourself?
Yeah, so I mean, like, my content varies from like a ton of different things. I think that some of my favorite TikToks I've made have been like at social media events. They have like events that are like dedicated to social media. Like there's this one, like a lot of them are in Florida. There's this one I went to in December called Winter Lights, and there's like a ton of like influencers there with like millions of followers, and like there's people like other influencers that I've like been friends with, and it's really cool to like collab. I love collabing with other influencers. And like at Playlist, that's another like social media event. It's like one of the biggest ones. Playlist, it's in Florida.
Yeah. So there were that one had basically the biggest YouTubers in the world.
Yeah.
there,
Gotcha. Like
and
David Dobrik
TikTokers.
and Casey
Those kind,
Neistat. Yeah.
those kind. And the biggest TikTokers. So
Yeah.
she was
Gotcha.
able to and what the
Addison, right?
Addison
Do you know
Rae.
Addison?
Yep.
So
Yes.
she was able to
I made a video with Addison. So
I
that
saw
was
that.
Cool. Yeah.
I did see that.
so she gained. So it's like you kind of have to be smart with this whole you know put yourself out there. You know, in a way, obviously positive way, but
Yeah.
so she was able to do
Yeah.
collaborate with
Collaboration.
people.
Yeah.
And she gained what? How much did you gain for that? Like, I mean, on your
Followers.
followers, like tons.
And just like building a relationship with these type of
Exactly.
people.
Yeah,
that's,
exactly.
That's money you can't put on. You can't put money
Exactly.
on that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what's happening at like these social media events?
Yeah,
I'm
what do
so
you guys
curious.
do?
Like, how does
So-
the days work?
Great question.
So like each social media event is like a little bit different. Playlist, like it's at this like huge hotel in Florida, and like it's crazy. Playlist is 3 days long, and like there's a lot of things to do. There's like a pool, there's like games, there's like it's mostly just people like collaborating, making videos, and yeah, like the days, like it's crazy. It's like it's really overwhelming because it's like this huge place, and like all these like kids and like a lot of like people. Like
I
a
can
lot
imagine.
of
It was crazy though because we were walking and some fans were stopping her. Hey Ava.
Yeah.
And then she's like, me?
Yeah.
Cute to see her reaction.
Yeah, like
That's awesome.
I didn't realize like people would like want to take pictures with me,
Yeah,
but
that was
like
so interesting.
yeah. Like quite a few people did, like 15, 20 people
I know.
stopped. Some people, I make a lot of videos with my mom, and like some people like recognize my mom. They want to take a picture with her too.
I'm like, not me.
Yeah, Judy's famous.
That's amazing.
Weren't you in Danny's game? Didn't you have a?
Yeah, she was.
I had just a, I was just doing my thing. I work from home, so on my computer, and they were like, "Hey, Judy, we need someone to just do this." I'm like, okay, whatever. I guess I'm around.
Sweet. There you go. Got a
But
feature.
I like being behind the scenes though. But yeah.
Nice. Yeah, because that's interesting, right? You have like 700,000 TikTok followers. You got 195,000 Instagram followers. It's crazy to have like that kind of an overwhelming in quotes number behind your name,
Thank
and then
you.
being able to, but then also saying like, how do you physically like represent that in your own head, right? When you're going out and 20 people recognize you and hey, say I want a picture, how much like that makes you feel so much different than 20,000 people
liking
a photo.
That is
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
so true.
Yeah.
Cause like at Playlist, everyone there has like the same interests. So like more people would know me at like a social media event than they would like in real life because everyone has like
It's
the same
concentrated. Yeah, yeah.
interest there.
Yes.
And so yeah, like a few people wanted a picture with me like back in like December. But, like over like in 2020 it was when I started to grow my TikTok following more.
Yeah.
Mhm. How did you
And,
grow
yeah.
that? Just
I
what was like your biggest growth thing that you did?
So okay, so I started TikTok back in like August 2019.
Okay.
And at first, like, I didn't really know what I was doing. Like, I just like downloaded the app, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like I think like my first video that like got on like the For You page or like went like viral
Yeah.
was in like end of September. And it got 7.7 million views, and since then I haven't had a video get more views than that. And like that was like
You
like
peaked.
yeah. Yeah, and like it wasn't like I just posted it. Like I didn't like expect it to go viral. I didn't even add any hashtags. I was just posting it for my friends, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like it got on like the For You page, and like I just remember thinking like I did not expect that, you know?
Right.
And then like I basically like started posting, and like and like to this day I still haven't had a video get more views than that one video.
What was the video?
It was like so like I basically like showed my parents' wedding picture, and like I wrote text on it, and I said, so my mom is black and my dad is white, and then I showed like a picture like my face,
Uh-huh.
and I said, shouldn't that make me ... and then I put gray. Like, and then
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
like I
Yeah,
didn't-
that deserves to go viral though. That rocks. Oh, that's so good.
Thank
That's
you.
crazy. Yeah, I guess you really are a product of your color is gray.
Yeah.
That's interesting. What is it like having that influence though as a like as an African American influencer?
Yeah, I definitely like claim like my Kenyan side,
Mm-hmm.
and I try like with like the Black Lives Matter thing.
Mhm.
I definitely am like, you know, spreading awareness about things like that. And yeah, I'm proud to be black. You know?
Love it. No, absolutely. Have you been to Kenya before?
Yes, I went there in 2013. I really
A
want to
long
go
time.
back.
Wanna
It's
go
been
back
a
for sure.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What part of Kenya are you from?
So Nairobi, and
Nairobi.
outskirts of Nairobi, it's called Kiambu. So we are like
Ooh,
20 minutes to Nairobi.
Gotcha.
Kinda
sweet.
little
So in Kenya,
Mhm.
aren't there like a ton of tribes in
Yes.
Kenya?
Yes.
Okay.
46 about.
46, yeah,
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that. That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And they're
Mhm.
all are they kind of viewed as like individual like city
Yes.
states pretty much?
Yes, very very different.
Okay.
And sometimes we have beef with each other. We always say we're the, like my tribe is better than your tribe. We
Really?
have that. But
Mhm.
now we do it more jokingly. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like if I meet somebody else and that kind of deal. But
Yeah.
Gotcha.
yeah.
So you said
fun.
you were there you were born there and then came
Yes.
over at what age?
About 13 years old.
13 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What was it like coming over for the first time?
It was so different. I remember when my sister drove us to all of us to Burger King to get a burger. I threw up because the taste,
Yeah.
everything was just
The-
so different.
The grease type
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
very different. It was
Mhm.
like a shock, but yeah.
the first thing you do is go to Burger King and
I know.
barf.
Yeah.
It's so American. That's
Uh,
crazy. Wow. I just think it's so unique though. I think, talking about the acting
Yes.
industry being so competitive,
Yes.
I mean, you're flourishing in it. It's simply
Thank you.
like you have your uniqueness as a person, your heritage is so cool. It's
Thank
fascinating.
you.
Like no one's ever gonna hire me. I gotta really extend myself as a white guy. Like
Oh, good.
it's. I'm working on it. I'm not there yet.
The average white podcast.
The average white podcaster. There's millions of us. There's
Yeah.
only one Ava. I like that. It's
Thank
freaking
you.
awesome. So I got a very important question here. Been dying to ask it. So let's just say in a couple years, Elon Musk hits you up to go to Mars. Are you going
To Mars?
To
Yeah.
Mars.
Would you go to Mars with Elon Musk?
Like the planet?
The planet. Correct.
Like
It takes. Here, let me give you some
would you
context.
be able to
Yeah.
go back?
Oh,
to Earth?
hold on. Let Andrew explain
takes-
the timetable. So.
It takes 7 months to get there, and you're not going to be on the first flight. So I'm assuming by now they have the ability to come back, but then
Okay.
that's another 7 months coming back.
Whoa.
7 months?
7
Yeah.
months of travel, and then you might want to spend I don't know how long you're spending on Mars.
Maybe a year.
Maybe a couple weeks.
Yeah. It's kind of, you have to feel it out, but
Maybe there's a social media event like playlist happening.
yeah,
there.
maybe playlist is on Mars. So you got 14 months of travel. Elon Musk said, "Hey, look, we're getting a bunch of influencers up to Mars. we're shooting some stuff. Are you interested? Would you go?"
TikTok.
I want to know like what it's like the lifestyle.
Yeah.
Good question. All right.
Like do you have to have like a spacesuit the entire time, like everywhere you walk?
I'm assuming your drip game is gonna be just astronaut suit the whole time. Yeah.
When you're outside, I would say.
Oh, there'll probably be a bubble.
Yeah, there's gonna be an establishment out there.
Right.
There's gonna be a whole new. It's a whole new planet. So I mean, there's gonna be a whole new life out there. A whole new, like you'll have like Andrew said, there's gonna be a bubble city though. There's gonna be a massive city and an infrastructure out there, for you. Would you go?
It sounds so scary. Just like in 7 months.
Yeah.
Like in a spaceship.
Right.
That's gotta be fun though, right? There's gotta be all kinds of stuff going on there.
You could do I mean, there's no gravity at sometimes, so you can do some flips and stuff. you could pass the Burger King cheeseburger and it just floats and maybe spreads out a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so because
would
you know,
you?
yeah, Judy, would you go?
No, thank you.
Wow. See, we're gonna be the first flight to Mars.
We're gonna be the trailblazers.
Yeah, we're gonna be trailblazers, so we'll let you know how it's
More
going.
power to
Yes.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. But yeah, we really think that's gonna be a thing here pretty soon.
You believe in aliens, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Do you think there's life on Mars?
No, and I'm curious if there is life in the Milky Way, and I don't think so. I don't know if we've confirmed that, but there's definitely extraterrestrials out there, and they've been to Earth. That's what I'm assuming, and
Yeah.
they kind of just flew over us, and they're like, these guys need to get their act together.
These guys are
we're
worthless.
just gonna continue to fly by them.
These guys are too concerned about fighting each other. We're gonna let them figure it out. Yeah. But I do. So life on Mars. I mean, there's not other human life on Mars, but there is life on Mars. I'm definitely standing behind that because there is water that's frozen at like negative 30 degrees Celsius, right around there. No, wait, that's incorrect. Probably Fahrenheit, somewhere around there. The crossover is negative 40 degrees Celsius is negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Something to learn there.
You know what else I was thinking about? Like the alien thing reminded me of? Dinosaurs. Like what if they never went extinct? That's so terrifying. Like what if they're just walking around?
That would be bonkers.
Do you know they can almost? I read something the other day, Marcus. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a way that they could possibly bring dinosaurs back, right? Marcus has got the tag on this, dude.
Yeah, there was a report that somebody was able to kind of theoretically bring one back, but it was very Jurassic Park, and like the way they described it was still very Jurassic Park. So whoever's doing it obviously needs to get caught up on like pop culture.
On Jurassic Park,
Realize,
yeah.
like, the consequences of
Gotcha.
doing said actions. But
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's
Ooh.
Cool, man.
yeah. It's just crazy to think that there was a whole different life form, and then they just got all
Right.
wiped out with one event. One event could happen to us. We can all get wiped out
I
tomorrow.
know.
Could just be forgotten.
It's crazy.
All right, I kind of have a goofy question, but we were playing Would You Rather the other day. Would you rather be a dinosaur for the last 10 years of its existence, or be in the last 10 years of the human's existence?
Probably last 10 years of a human's existence.
See how it all goes into shambles.
Oh
Yeah.
my.
What about
That'd
you
be
guys?
I'd like to be a dinosaur. I like to be, one of those Spikiosaurus.
A Spikiosaurus would be dope.
Yeah.
I'm thinking pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl just be
Honestly.
soaring up in the air.
God, yeah,
T-Rex.
Yeah, I've been wanting to be a bird for years. I think it'd be so fun to fly. My God, that'd be amazing. Just being able to just freaking like it'd suck, right? It would suck getting off the ground because you're flapping really hard. That's the hard work. But once you're at like 5,000, and all you gotta do is like give one little and glide,
And then glide
catch
for a
the
while.
wind. Oh God, that'd be lit. But I think I would probably, yeah, I would definitely go 10 years as a human. But I would want to make sure that you and I could do like Zoom calls as as a dinosaur. Like,
dinosaur,
dude, it
yeah.
is bad out here. And I'm like, it's bad out here.
We can see the comet coming.
We are reporting live. We got a comet about 5,000 miles out. Yeah, something like that. But there's this really good book series called by this historian named Yuval Harari. Or Yuval Harari. He has 3 books. The first one is called Sapiens, and it documents the 10,000-year history of mankind and how we grew and evolved into from apes into humans and became the most dominant species because we all agree on things such as government and democracy, or democracy, like money, religion, all that stuff. We all agree on that stuff. Sharks don't agree on religion, and they just eat each other, and it's predator prey. But the last book, the second book, he projects into the future of where our world is going based on the last 10,000 years, which is why I'm answering. I want to see how this thing ends because we're definitely going to be taken over by robots at some point. Because if you think about sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh no, go on.
So if you think about how much data like Instagram and TikTok and your phone has of you, think about the idea of just them using all that to create a different version of you.
Yeah. It's crazy to think. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Yeah, it's really scary. Like I've heard they've like made like these robots like that are like super like human like.
Pretty much.
And like it's crazy. Also like climate change, like
ooh, that one's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
that's like scary to think about.
Yeah.
But I think what on the positive sense, when we all had to quarantine,
Oh yeah,
For-
true.
Okay.
that those 6 weeks or whatever,
Yes, so good.
as a globe, did you see how the carbon emissions went down? Like,
Yes, they had reported in LA what a difference like it made. Even like a couple days without people always driving there. It's like
yeah,
Right.
world of difference.
World of difference.
Yeah.
Places like
Yeah.
Venice, you could see the fish, and like fish were coming back to the canals. Like that's so cool.
Right?
it's just interesting that like the only way we're really gonna prevent the carb or reduce the carbon emissions is through a lifestyle change,
Yeah.
and it took a pandemic to change
Right.
our lifestyle.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say and there are things that will stick from this quarantine, like your self-tapes are a great
Yeah.
example of that. Working from home, like you
Yes.
mentioned, Judy, is another one.
Yes.
I don't really think a lot of companies are going to be looking to buy a bunch of buildings to go work in anymore.
I know, right? Yeah, that's what they even like Facebook or something. They did something different. for
Twitter
them.
did, yeah.
Twitter, yeah, owned by Facebook. So,
Mhm.
so yeah, they companies are doing a lot of different things to
Yes.
have people work from home.
Work
Yeah.
from home, get away from the brick and mortar. Because I mean, it'd be weird to see the cities handle this because we're all jam packed in these close spaces, and now no one can interact in these close spaces. People want to be out in the countryside, if you will. So what's going to happen to city life?
Right.
How will that kind of transfer over?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who knows? But
Yeah.
regardless, is there anywhere you'd like to travel? Post COVID and everything. So
Yeah.
just saying that's irrelevant right now.
Yeah, I really want to go to like Hawaii, like the Bahamas, or like back to like Europe, like Paris, something like
Nice.
cool.
Where have you been in Europe? Have you been there before?
I've been to Amsterdam.
Nice.
Yeah.
How's
Yeah,
that?
was fun.
Yeah, it's such a pretty city.
Yeah, it was fun. Going
And
to the
We went to the Anne Frank house, and
Yeah.
we got to learn a lot about like historical things and like go to like historical places,
Ooh.
which is interesting.
I like that. What's your favorite subject in school?
Probably it really like kind of depends like what we're doing in like each subject, but I really like it really like depends. I feel like math is probably one of my favorites.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good.
You're speaking to an engineer
Yeah.
who
Oh,
loves
wow.
numbers,
I love
big
math.
numbers
Oh, yeah?
guy. Yeah,
Been a math guy my whole life.
he was a math tutor in college.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
If you ever need help on your homework, let me know. What math are you in right now? Algebra?
Yeah.
Geometry?
Well, we started like algebra 1 in 7th grade, I think.
Oh wow.
And
So
then-
you're advanced math then.
I mean, I think so. I mean, like, I used to go to regular school in like 7th, and then half of 8th, and then in January is when I started doing online.
Gotcha.
Okay. And you made the move to online for your modeling so I keep saying modeling, for acting and everything.
Yeah,
Because she was in LA for how long?
we were in LA for a couple months, and it was just more convenient for me to do online because you can do it like on the go. Like if one day you're like busy an entire day, then you can just do like more of like school like another day, you know?
Right.
Yeah, what happened? She was going to a private school, and they were very good.
Yeah, they were
very
really
good
nice.
with working with her.
Yeah.
But she was gone a lot.
Yeah.
So we
Right.
were like, okay, even if everything was still going well,
Yeah.
let's try this more because she wanted to try LA and see
Yeah.
how that would
Got
Gotcha.
it.
Kind of perfect timing going online because
Yeah.
then
Yes,
everyone else
everyone
had to go
went
on
online.
online.
Right.
Yeah, you're ahead of the game.
So, you know, you're very unique and in your own self, being 14. And like we were saying, when we were 14-year-olds, we were knuckleheads going to school with everybody else, playing our sports and everything like that. But you have this a very interesting lifestyle. How have you kind of taken that on, and how have you kind of coped with just knowing that you're not normal like the rest of people going to the normal school and all that stuff?
I mean, like, I enjoy acting, modeling, doing like social media, and like working with different companies. Like, I enjoy all of that, and like I still like keep a balance in my life, like with like sports, and yeah, I mean, like, I enjoy all of it. Like there's still like other stuff in my life that like,
Yeah, and it can get overwhelming.
yeah, it can get
obviously, so-
overwhelming when there's like a lot of stuff, like a lot of like auditions, a lot of like things I have to like film, like things I have to get done, like certain like deadlines. And like, I mean, like, I see myself like, I don't know, pretty like regular.
You're
you know what I
living
mean?
yeah, absolutely.
Like, I mean, like, it's still super like cool, and like I still like have friends, and like I'm able to like, you know, like balance everything, which
Yeah.
is cool.
Decompress from kind of the business side and just enjoy being a 14-year-old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah, because that's what I was kind of getting at. Is there
Yeah.
a time where you're like, man, I just wish I could, or do you ever feel like you're like, I wish I could just be a normal 14-year-old right now?
I mean, like, I have so much fun doing. Sorry, I just meant I have a lot of fun doing. I can't talk. Sorry, I'm starting to stutter.
You're good. No, you're good. Take your time.
I was just saying that, like, I enjoy acting, modeling, social media. I enjoy all of it. And, like, there are times that, like, I do take breaks. Like, I don't post on social media every single day.
Mhm.
Like, I try to be active. But, like, if there are some days where, like, I don't feel like posting, like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to post. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like, it has to be authentic.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
She took a lot of breaks too from. She used to post a lot on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, just stories. It's easy. To
Yeah,
just do
stories.
and just leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do the same. Like on weekends and
Yeah.
stuff, we used to just post every single day. Hold a hard rule. Hey, post every day. Find your content. Get it out there. And now it's like, oh, well,
Yeah.
put your phone down. Go outside,
Yeah,
have some fun.
exactly.
Go hang out with your friends. And
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that time is so rewarding. Just
Yeah,
'cause it's
true.
it's balance.
Yeah,
indeed.
exactly.
And I think also too, it helps that we are. She's obviously she wants to eventually go to LA, but I think for her being here, it's good that it's not so crazy. It's
not
just
as
a different-
fast-paced
The
yet.
lifestyle is better.
Mhm.
Nice.
You know,
Mhm.
yeah.
When do you think the move to LA would be if you had to guess?
I mean, like, to be honest, when I went there for a couple months, it kind of already felt like I moved, even though I hadn't
She
officially
loves LA, you
moved.
guys.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and like I love LA. I'm definitely gonna live there when I'm older, and I hope sometime like during high school, whether like maybe in the middle of freshman year, sophomore year, or even like junior, senior. I'm not sure, but like I hope by the end of high school I've moved out there, or like even
That's
like
so
after
cool.
high school.
Yeah.
You know, just like probably like after high school, I'm definitely gonna live out there. Like once I turn 18, yeah.
Go
Mhm.
for it. Yeah. That's a hard deadline.
Yeah, 18 is my deadline.
All right.
I'm moving out there.
Beautiful.
Would you join a TikTok hype house?
Oh, I mean like, do you know like the Sway House?
No, well, I only know that there's
The,
one
the
hype
hype
house.
house.
Is there one hype
There's-
house, or how many hype
There,
houses are there?
there's so many houses.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Like
There's a whole neighborhood of
like-
houses. Is there a whole neighborhood of hype houses now?
there's well, so like,
Please educate us.
I like the hype house is like I think it was like the first house TikTok house that was made, and that has like the most popular creators like Addison Rae, like Lil Huddy, like all those. Like
Mhm.
that's like the most popular one. And there's the Sway House, which I actually know more people from the Sway House like personally. Like I don't know if you know who Josh Richards is. I actually like did like a movie with him.
Yeah,
Mm.
he
In
was here.
Minnesota.
He was here in Minnesota. And
Yeah.
He did a movie with
He's a,
Lawrence Fishburne.
Okay.
yeah.
actor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like he's a
Yeah.
huge social media influencer now,
Mm-hmm.
and like he's a part of the Sway House, and like I definitely like want
It's
to like
crazy when they worked together. He only had
like
what,
50K,
50K
and now-
following on Instagram, and now he has what?
and now he has like 6 million on Instagram and like
Oh.
20
Whoa.
million on TikTok.
Holy.
Overnight, basically. Yeah.
Like-
Couple months.
He works
Yeah,
hard.
Yeah.
he's a really
hustler.
hard
He's
worker.
a hustler.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Right?
So
So the Sway House
So-
potentially, you would live
yeah,
in
you-
something
Well,
like that.
I mean, like I don't. It's mostly like that house is mostly like guy influencers. It's like and like,
Okay.
but like they have a lot of like visitors. Like some of like
Yeah.
my friends have visited that house before.
yeah,
If that makes
you're walking
sense.
through. This is actually a hype house.
All right.
Yeah, this is actually a hype house. We got the podcast studio here. Got 5 other guys who live with us. Trust me, if there's any guys that are like, oh yeah, hey Ava, come live with us, don't do it. Guys living
stink.
on their own, we stink. We don't pick up after
That's
ourselves. Trust me. Girl hype house, you'll love it.
Yes.
So you would join a hype house if there was an opportunity.
I mean, like I don't like a lot of the people who are like in the houses who like live there. They're like 18, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like a lot of the people who like just visit the houses for like a day just to like collaborate.
Yeah,
Like they're like 16, 17.
sure.
Like I probably wouldn't like
Yeah.
live,
Around.
but like
Sure.
visit. That'd
Sure.
be like cool,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Right on.
Have you ever crossed paths with Gabby Thomas, the Minneapolis actress?
I think we have cross paths before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
just thinking of her as someone who could give you good advice with.
Mhm.
She's decided not to move out to LA, but she was like on the brink of going out there.
Mhm.
And she's 21.
No, officially 21. now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she would be a great like just resource to
Mhm.
see what type of move. Because leaving Minneapolis, there's so many pros here because it's a little bit slower and you can kind of like decompress, like you were mentioning.
Yeah.
But then the cons are, everything out in LA just happens right away,
Right.
and you can
Right.
make things happen a lot faster and at your own pace, if you will. So
Mhm.
using we hopefully we can tap in a couple of our Backpocket networks and use them as maybe like a mentoree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Mhm.
Gabby would definitely be a good resource for
Yeah.
you. But yeah, I would say definitely
Gabby for sure.
phenomenal.
But tapping into kind of more of Backpocket and what we're all about. We're average guys. So thank you guys for giving us average guys an in-depth look at what it's like to being a 14-year-old actress.
Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, Yes.
And yeah, it's been
absolutely.
super cool like to get to know you guys.
Mhm.
Of course.
And our favorite question to ask is, what is your average quality? So this is something that you do well at times and other times not so well. And at the end of the day, it's your average quality. So Ava, what would your average quality be?
Probably singing. Like I'm not like I enjoy singing like some of my favorite songs, but like I'm not like like singing isn't like my like niche or anything like that. Like it's
Niche?
just
I love how you said that.
Mm-hmm.
I need to start saying it that way.
Is that how you say it? Did I pronounce it wrong? Niche.
I'm not going to tell
Is
you
it
whether it's
niche?
right or wrong.
Yeah.
Or is it
Marcus,
niche?
we can pull it
Might
up and
be
have
niche.
Google tell us. It
Niche?
might
I say
be
niche,
niche,
but
it
I-
might. I don't know.
Niche?
It might be.
I
We-
usually read it. Like I don't like say it. You know what I mean? Like I
Right.
see it like written down.
Right.
I don't know if it's niche or niche.
Niche. Okay, stick with niche. Way cooler.
Well,
straight up.
we were unpacking bougie last time.
Bougie. Yeah. How do you say bougie? Is it bougie
say
or
it-
bougie?
I usually say bougie.
Bougie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do
We
you
like to say bourgeois.
bourgeois.
Stylish way.
Yeah.
yeah.
So singing is not your niche.
No,
Her niche. dude.
Or niche.
I mean, like,
yeah.
I can sing, but like those like high notes and things like that. Like if I wanted to become a better singer, like I would like work on it. You know what I
Of
mean?
course. Yeah. yeah.
Like
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
do you have different opportunities where people are like, "Hey, Ava, can you give us some singing notes?" Like,
yeah, like there are some. So like back in 2019, I did a film in New York. It's not out yet. It's in like post production, but
What's the name of the movie? Can you say?
I don't know
I
if I
think they
can.
changed.
There's so many rules.
They
So many
keep-
rules. What's going on
Yeah,
here?
they like
Danny's game. Danny's game, though.
yeah,
Danny's game.
yeah.
Sweet. So you filmed the movie in 2019 and
Yeah.
it's still not out? Wow.
Right.
No, but
Is that pretty typical?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, of a lot of independent films.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
and I had to sing in that movie, and so I remember like training my voice and like beforehand so that and like some of like the like lyrics had like high notes in it, and
Sure,
so like
sure.
I was like trying to train my voice.
You did great.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
Producers were
fun.
happy.
They
Yeah.
were like happy with it, so it was
Good.
Would you say it's more pop music, hip hop? Where do your vocals lie best?
probably
Or who would you say is an artist that you think your voice is similar to?
oh, I mean
Like a Selena Gomez or
J-Lo?
like
who do you
I
think?
would say J-Lo.
I just thought of a
J
good-
Lo?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know for sure.
okay.
I think that I don't know. There are some songs like from certain artists that I think would fit my voice, but like other songs they sing that like wouldn't fit my voice, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
What are some of those songs?
I mean, I don't
You knew this. What's her name?
like Billie Eilish. Her voice is so
Mhm.
beautiful. Like I can never sing like as beautifully as her at all, but some of her songs I enjoy to sing.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I just thought of a really good idea. Our stream might get taken down by YouTube, but I think it's still worth it. So have you guys seen that TikTok of the girl, like it's the line in the middle and it's the girl on one side, and it's like, do you know the song or do you not
Oh,
know
yeah.
the song? And they were playing a bunch of songs from when we were 14,
Oh.
and she was your age and she didn't know any of them.
Oh.
So I'd love to play like a couple songs to see if you know the songs or
Okay.
not.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll cancel my stream.
Gotcha. And you'll find them.
I'll find them. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Well, after unpacking, your singing being your average quality, I think that's perfect because
That's a great average quality.
it's a great average quality. We always like to look at these quote unquote average qualities. It's something that you care about, and you're just trying to get a little bit better every day.
Yeah.
And it's okay that you're average right now because you're never going to be the best at anything. But it's always important to look at it kind of like at a humbly and like low level way, just to know that hey, I can always improve type of
Yeah.
thing. So I think that's a great way to look at your singing.
Okay. You ready for the first song?
Okay.
Let me know if you know this song.
Yeah, I know that song.
Okay.
Okay.
Who is this?
Huh?
Do you know the name of the song?
Is it? It's your birthday? Birthday? Something about birthdays?
Who's the artist at least? Do you know the artist?
Is it?
Yes, Judy.
He's got it.
50 Cent.
50 Cent?
50 Cent.
yes.
Okay.
Awesome.
Wait. Hold on.
I like a lot of the songs like from like back in the day, like they sound familiar, but I just don't know like who sings it. You know what I mean?
No,
Oh, yeah.
you're good.
Mhm.
That's good that you at least like you got that far. Like that's. I'm gonna just go to the 2000s hit playlist. Okay. Oh, I hope you know this. I'm gonna be so sad if you don't know this. I'm gonna be so sad. I'm gonna be very sad.
Oh, I know the song.
All right. Do you know who
Alright,
sings it?
Hold on. Come on, Ava.
Justin Timberlake.
Of course it's Justin Timberlake.
all right. Got me nervous there. Ooh. Andrew, you got a song? Don't say it, but do you have one? Do you want to type in? I'm just browsing here.
I was gonna say, Judy, is this the type of music you like to listen to? Mhm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Judy's all over the early 2000s. Let me tell you that. I'll give you a harder one. Let's see. What is that noise? Oh,
I was.
no, you're good.
I thought it was our candle.
Yeah,
it
I
was
thought
that.
I thought our candle was burning it down. Okay, come on. There's so many good ones, man. It's hard to choose.
Just pick one, dude.
You're right, dude. I need to just pick one. Some of these are too like recent though, because I'm like, oh, she's gonna know that, you know. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go. Yeah, 2000s hip hop and R&B. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay, this one might be a little tougher,
Okay.
but I'd love if you got it right.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Yes, yes.
By I know the song.
You got it
This
right
is
away.
a TikTok song too. It's on TikTok.
It's a
Gotcha.
TikTok. Yeah.
That makes sense.
But I knew it before TikTok. I knew it
Yes.
before
Yeah,
TikTok.
yeah, yeah. Outcast is the name.
Outcast, yeah.
Outcast. Okay.
All right, Ava. You know what? I think you just gained a ton of credibility in our age
in the
group of
2000s,
people.
R&B and hip
Yeah,
hop.
as a 14-year-old, that's freaking good.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Well done. Yeah, that TikTok trend went absolutely viral. There's just
Yeah.
these two girls that were doing it, and they just couldn't. They didn't know any of the songs,
Yeah.
so they just stood on the left side the whole time.
Oh my god.
And then like speaking of Twitter, like our age Twitter was just retweeting it, being like, "We need to train up the younger or this TikTok generation on songs and stuff." Pretty funny.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Very funny, but you definitely earned your
Oh,
your
yeah.
keep. So no
Awesome.
worries on your end. Yeah, because and to be fair, if you
Did our YouTube stream go
yeah,
down?
do we get canceled on YouTube?
Because they have so many copyright
There's
issues.
so many copyright stuff.
Yeah.
If we play any type of thing, it'll get cut off.
As of right now, it's still live.
Okay.
Wow, look at us.
See what happens
Alright.
with it.
Sweet.
I'm still
Oh.
recording it.
Okay.
All right. Awesome.
Well, that was worth it. Absolutely. Because you mentioned TikTok song. Like, that's the only way we know, like, current songs
Yeah.
from, the Zoomers, the Gen Zers. Because we're technically, are you Gen Z?
Yeah.
Technically? Okay, yeah. So are we, actually. We're
Just
just
on
the,
the
we're
cusp.
just the oldest Gen Zers.
Possible. We're 96, so we're literally the oldest Gen Z. And some people consider us millennials,
Yeah.
depending where you look.
And it's interesting too with these big artists when they want to put their songs out there. They obviously they have their agent or however the management,
Mm-hmm.
and those management they go to people like her. Like she just promoted the Post Malone and what's her name?
Swaley.
Sway Lee.
Yeah.
Is it,
No,
what's
it's
the-
Tyler
Tyler
Yahweh.
Yahweh new song
Not
the
Gotcha.
other day.
Yeah.
So it's interesting now once the artists.
Yeah.
So cool. Like even like Drake with the left foot.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
the Tootsie Slide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tootsie Slide. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was all over TikTok before
Yeah.
he even
Yeah.
released the song on Spotify and everywhere.
Yes.
Crazy.
So are you, because you have, like, a manager who's getting all these different songs and stuff, are you hearing songs that no one else knows about yet?
Sometimes like I'll hear like a song like before it's like actually like out on like streaming like devices.
Before
so.
they premiere it, they'll ask, hey, "Can Ava do a song?
Yeah.
It's coming out on Friday or it's coming out on whatever." So
Yeah.
they want you to post it the day it's coming out.
Yeah.
At.
Oh, that's a good question. So when a company's hitting you up for, like, say, a Hollister or a song or something and say, hey, can you do a couple TikToks? What is your creative process like to make a video?
Yeah, so sometimes like there's like already like a dance to the song.
Okay.
And so like I'll just like make a dance to like a song or like sometimes like there are like different like sometimes like different like
I like
ideas.
it when-
Guidelines
I-
or-
I like when they
Sometimes they
have
give
the
creative control, so you can like make anything.
And
if that
majority
makes
of
sense.
the time, they're like, "We trust you. Just do however." As
Yeah.
long
Nice.
as long as there's no
Nice.
curse, any cursing or
Sure.
any negative anything.
Gotcha.
Most of the time they tell her just be creative with it.
So when they say that, how do you come up with the perfect video?
I mean, it really depends, cause like sometimes like sometimes it really depends on like the song. Like some songs are like, oh, this would be good with like a dance video. Some songs are like, if it's like a little slower music, it would go better with like, like
The word inside.
writing like words on it or like,
Yeah, I would say like mostly her followers love when she's positive or
Yeah.
or like
trying to like spread positivity.
yeah. So they'll read the text and she's like, oh, that's interesting, Eva. Or, the comments are so
Yeah.
very
And like I
interesting.
try to like hop on trends or like do like a different take of the trend. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
yeah.
Nice. We should start sending you, like, fun facts, like good, positive, motivating facts, and I want to see if your followers would like it. It's like, you're probably not on LinkedIn yet.
No.
Okay. So you don't need to be yet. But in the professional world, quote unquote, I'm saying
Yes.
professional world, I posted this thing the other day that said, when you boil potatoes, they get softer. When you boil eggs, they get harder. Be more like the egg. So when things are getting, like Andrew said, do we ask Backpocket yet?
No, you can ask it right now.
Okay, I can ask her right now. So well, with Backpocket, we always ask, like, when pressure rises and anxiety's rising, you're in a really stressful situation, what's something that you rely on to come out on top?
Yeah, so a lot of times, like, things can get overwhelming, whether, like, one time I had, like, a 15-page, like, audition, and then it's, like, the next day, and so, like, you know, and, like, it can be, like, a little bit stressful, and I try to, like, stay positive. I mean, like, it can get overwhelming, but, you know, you have to, like, you know what I mean? Like, you still have to get things done, obviously, and yeah, like, I try to, like, stay motivated, and, like, even with, like, everything that's going on lately, it's
I would say
crazy.
Judy's in your back pocket.
Yeah, she's definitely, like, keeping me motivated. She always makes sure I'm, like on, like, track with, like, things.
Yeah, and like you was saying before, if things are too much, we just take
Yeah.
a break.
Yeah.
You know, like this week, nah, just a break, because you know you still want her to be
Yeah.
Have some
herself
balance
and
and-
have some balance. So yeah, she'll take sometimes, like, she's taken what 2 days off from posting on TikTok.
Yeah.
So it's like just knowing when to kind of
Kind of take that
Take
weight
it-
off your shoulder.
yeah,
Yeah.
think
I like
of
that.
yourself.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it's not about, you know what I'm saying, it's about
Right.
yourself more than anything
And the
else.
happiness.
And it's okay to say no. We've said no several times,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
numerous times actually. It's like,
Yeah, like,
know,
if
right
I'm
now-
not, like, feeling, like,
Yeah.
the song,
yeah,
or, like, if, like, you know, like, some products don't always, like, fit, like,
align with her brand.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
You
Yeah.
say no.
That makes
Mhm.
sense. Well, it's good that you have the ability. You obviously always have the ability to say no, but
Yeah.
it's also about how to say no. And it's also just
Yes.
about being honest and
Yeah.
being authentic, because
Yes.
that's what you want your brand to be. You want your
Mhm.
brand to be 100% Ava.
Mm-hmm.
So
True.
always, that's why I always like the idea of a brand, because it's always
Yes.
making you look inward. It's always putting a mirror up to your face and asking the question, like, okay, who is Ava? Does this product align with Ava?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Always asking that constant question, especially
That's a
with your
great
following,
question,
is
yeah.
so important.
And for her too, like, even when we see different things going on, it's like, okay, you post that. Are you 2 years from now, a year from now, what do you think you're gonna feel? You know.
Yeah.
You know. So it's like always, you know.
Yeah, you
thinking
always
ahead
have to
in a
be,
way
like,
and being smart about
Yeah.
each and everything you're saying yes to.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, no, what's really cool actually that you mentioned the year and the 2 years when you DM'd us, I think a month ago, asking to come on the show. What I realized is you had DM'd us literally a year ago today,
Oh, really?
asking to come on the podcast, and we said, yeah, we'll put you on the list. Then never hit you up. That's our problem.
That's our fault.
But you stayed persistent and hit us up again pretty much an entire year later, asking to come on, and look, here we are. So
So you never give up, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Like, what would have 13-year-old Ava said last year?
Right. It's cool that you
Yeah.
waited. It did wait a year, so then you had even more to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, true. A lot has happened,
Oh,
like, in a
man.
year. A
Yeah.
lot happens in a year.
Oh,
Mhm.
100%.
And, yeah, definitely,
And her
my-
growth too. Oh my goodness.
on social media.
I can
Like,
I,
a year
and-
ago, I didn't have TikTok. And,
Yeah.
like, TikTok wasn't really, like, a huge app a year ago like it is now,
Mhm.
you know?
Oh yeah.
I mean, even like I just couldn't. My husband and I couldn't believe, like, with the whole thing with George Floyd happened.
Yeah.
She literally drove us to do everything. Like, Mom, Dad, I'm doing this. It's all in her, not me telling her we need to do this. I'm so proud of her. There's just, you know, that conviction coming from her and saying, you know, I want to be in the forefront of, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
advocating.
Taking like responsibility and really
Yes.
stepping up.
Yes.
It's pretty amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, the term though is hot water softens potatoes but hardens eggs. Be the egg.
With that.
Be the egg in hot water. Be the egg.
In hot water, be the egg.
Yeah. hmm and circling back to the idea of having a brand, like like we all are now put in positions where we're posting on social media, whether you actually have a business behind it or you're just doing it for fun. That's still an idea of a brand. Like you're
Yes.
putting out something that is who you are.
Yes.
So always asking yourself, and I think Declan, you made that the great point of just saying, is this who I am? And that, and then if it is, you post it and don't worry about a month later, if it has a ton of likes, or even if you
Oh.
looked foolish doing it, you're just looking at it being like, I was me during that time. I've grown up a little bit
Yes.
since then,
Mhm.
but that's just who I was a month ago. That's who I was
Yeah.
2 years ago.
And like you have to have fun doing social
Yes.
media
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Like if you're not like enjoying making like the content, then like it's not really worth it. But like I enjoy making content, which is why like
The other
I
part
keep doing it.
about the social media part, and I used to worry is like the haters. Obviously, they're gonna be
Yeah.
Yes.
You
Oh,
know what
yeah.
I mean? I used to worry like how is she gonna? So I kind of let her, obviously my husband, I talked to her, about different things.
Mhm.
Not everybody's gonna like what you're doing. You're not gonna meet everybody that will love you. So people are always gonna criticize you.
Mhm.
And she's had some of that too.
Yeah.
I can imagine, right? Being a public figure always comes with people trying to bring you down because
yeah.
they don't understand, they don't know who you are, and and sometimes some people just love sparking controversy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's also so easy for someone behind a computer, behind a phone,
Yeah.
millions of miles away to say something wrong.
Yeah.
Just is. And that's kind of the reality of it. But what I always have kind of said and what I try and cope is if you're confident in what you're doing, again, asking that question, who is Ava, and you're saying yes to certain things, the confidence behind that is all you're going to need to turn away a hater.
Mhm.
A hater's calling you out for something that you did. Well, you owned what you did.
Mhm.
You're confident in what you did. You're doing what you're doing because it makes you happy.
Yeah.
Why would you ever let a hater tell you otherwise?
Exactly.
Very
So,
true.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Awesome,
There
Becky.
you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just trying to inspire the next generation.
Yeah.
So
Phenomenal.
awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
And we love trying to inspire our little network here, the Backpocket. And we'd love to tap into your network, if you will, or someone you think that would be awesome to come on our show. So this is
Yeah.
like our challenge question. Who do you challenge for us to have on the show?
There are so many people I think like would be cool. Does it have to be from Minnesota? Just anyone?
It could be anyone.
Anyone,
We
yeah.
try to do as many in person as possible.
Yeah.
But we do.
If we got to travel to see him, we'll do it.
I
Mhm.
think Storm Reed would be really cool.
Okay.
She's an actress. She is so inspiring to me, and yeah, I love her. She's like so smart, and like she's done so much in the industry at such a young age, and I look up to her so much. I think she'd be really cool.
So
Sweet.
what are some of the things Storm Reed has done?
She was in the movie A Wrinkle in Time. She was
Okay.
the lead, and she also had a part in When They See Us, which is a Netflix series. That was one that I had like suggested
Yes.
Mhm.
to watch.
Yeah,
It really like talks about like the racial injustices, and yeah, it's really educational,
Yeah.
and like she was a part of that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool.
She's very sweet.
Yeah,
Positive
she's-
influence.
Yeah.
for the young
Absolutely.
generation.
Where is she located?
LA.
All right.
Sweet.
That's another great reason to go to LA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be out there soon.
Yes.
And before we get to our last question,
Mhm.
I'd like to turn it over to Marcus. Marcus, do you have any questions?
The only question I have is that like creating social media posts is a lot different than being on set.
Mhm.
So I'm curious about like what your favorite experiences from being on set would be,
Mhm.
and how that differs from one of your favorite like social media posts.
Yeah, so that's a really good question. I love being on set. Like the process like on set, it's definitely different than like social media, cuz like on social media you can like control like okay, I'm going to like start like working on it like at this time. And like on set like you have like call times and things like that. But there's like a lot of like behind the scenes like like downtime behind the scenes, and like time like going over scripts, and like on social media like I'll be like trying like when I'm not like filming, like I'll be trying to like come up with different ideas, or even like taking a break, or like going outside, like swimming, like just doing like like other things. And like on set I'm usually like looking like at like my script, or like trying to like prepare for like the next scene, like you know what I mean, like it's different like on set.
Mhm.
And yeah.
That's awesome. Great question,
Yeah,
Marcus.
Yeah, phenomenal question. And we'll finish with this one final question.
Mhm.
It is early in the day, but I have to ask, what did you learn today from the time you woke up to the time we're recording now?
Yeah, I learned that there are really cool podcast people in Minnesota, and yeah, I love talking to you guys. I definitely like learned a lot, And yeah, it definitely made me think more about like myself. I actually learned more about myself too. You know what I
Perfect.
mean?
There you go.
Yes.
Boom.
Awesome.
Like,
That's what we then we
yeah,
then we
like
did our
some
job.
of the questions that you guys have asked me, I've never really like sat
Yeah.
down to like really think like through. Like like life moves so fast.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
like you're always like on to like the next thing, right?
Mhm.
And so yeah, definitely like made me like think about things a little more. So thank you guys, and I learned more about you guys too. It's
Yes.
cool.
Thank you so much
Sweet.
for joining, Ava.
That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we're doing our job then. If you're asking more questions about yourself, that's
Yeah.
only going to make you a better person.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, like we're like Judy has been saying, it's all about the positive influence. What can you
Mhm.
do with what you have to create the world, make the world a little bit better each
Mhm.
day?
Mm-hmm.
And we're rooted in doing that just by having conversations.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much.
Yeah, Judy,
Thank
you're
you.
an awesome mom.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
Appreciate
Ava,
that.
I'm
Thank you.
looking forward to continuing to follow your career.
Thank
and
you.
that's a wrap on the Backpocket podcast.